Hey guys, Chris, Ironhead Garage. Hey, first off, I want to thank all you guys for all your great comments on the last video. When I took her out, first run in her, yeah, it was a pretty cool day. I appreciate all you guys and all you new subscribers. Really cool who dig the old 55. Yeah, it was pretty cool to take her out for the first spin. She done good, made it home, didn't break down, so that was awesome. It was a little cold when I first started. Tilt this hood up. She's a little cold, but she started to run pretty good. But it was a little doggy off of low idle, so I went and bought a 5.5 power valve. This was a 6.5, came stock in the carburetor, so I got the 5.5 in there, and that made it a lot better off of low idles, not so doggy. It's getting a little bit more fuel down there instead of just a whole big blast of air, so now it's getting a lot more fuel, so that helped it out. When I run it again, I'm going to try it and see if it's running better, and if not, I'm going to move that cam to the number 2 spot here. That'll give that a little bigger squirt with that accelerator pump. But this throttle rod here, I noticed when I drive it, the gas pedal's pretty hard to press, and then it gets real easy because it's kind of pulling it down, so it makes the car a little jumpy when you go to shift gears and taking off. So I got a 3/8 rod, mild steel rod here, and I got a tap and a bit. So this heim joint here in the back is a left-hand pitch thread, so I don't have a tap to do that, so I'm going to drill that into that rod and probably weld that in there, so I still have the heim joint. And I think I'm going to bend it, have it go straight here, and have an S-bend, and have it go this way to the throttle, so it pulls it back, and then I'll drill that rod and put this heim joint in there. Then I'll have a 3/4 of adjustment, so I'll be able to adjust it a little bit. But I think that's going to make it a lot better. So we'll try doing that. I'm going to get this all apart. And if this don't work, like I'm thinking it's going to, I'm going to probably end up changing the gas pedal and running a little throttle cable up here to a bracket, more modern style. But I want to try to keep it old school, old linkage. So I'm going to tear that apart and see what I can come up with. Alright guys, I'll be back. Alright, I got this into the rod drilled. And I got it tapped, and it goes all the way in there. These are about 7/8 long. So I got that drilled, tapped, goes in there nice and smooth now. I tighten that lock nut up. Well, I think with this left-hand one here, on the other end of this rod, I haven't got it bent yet, but I think I'll drill the hole just a slight bigger than the threads on here. And then I'll put it in there, and I'll tighten this nut down, and I'll weld it around this nut to the bar, so then I'll still be able to use this left-hand pitch one, and then I'll have adjustment on both ends of this rod. Yeah, it's pretty long now. I got it just running along. I wanted to get that tapped, but this is kind of my simulated wire here, my throttle rod. So I think something like that's going to work. Hopefully it don't hit my hood. I don't think it will. But that's what I got going on. I think it's going to work. Alright, I'm going to get back to drilling that other end of that rod, or cut it for length first. Maybe get a couple bends in it. Then drill that other end for that left-hand heim joint. Alright guys. Old vet. Well, I've been working on the throttle rod some more. This is the top that goes to the carburetor. This one's threaded. It's got the jam nut. So that'll go to the top of the carburetor, or onto the carburetor. And this is the bottom here. And this is the left-hand pitch one. So I just drilled it just slightly bigger in there. Really hard to get them centered, but man, it is so close. Hit it with that center punch first and try to drill it true. So I'll push that in there, and then I'll weld that nut And then I'll be able to spin it out and have some adjustment on this end too with that nut welded on there. Yeah, I think it's going to work. So we'll get the welder set up and weld this nut on there. Hopefully this still turns. I'm sure it will. Alright, we'll get to welding it. Alright, I got that throttle rod all welded up. Got that heim joint back in there, so it's adjustable now. And this one's adjustable now. Well, now it's pulling that throttle down, and then when it gets full throttle, it kind of goes down a little bit. You see it leans down, so it's way better now. It's totally smooth when I get in the car. Whoops, and hit the throttle. She's totally smooth all the way. Before it was real hard and then it would go. So it's going to work much better now. So I'm going to get this guy off of here and put some paint on it. Not sure, maybe black or silver. Maybe silver would look better. Alright, then we'll do a fire up. Alright guys. Hey guys, well, I got that throttle rod all painted. Hey, look at that. I used the aluminum header paint. Yeah, that matches pretty good. So, it's all put back together now. Should work all good. I got the door open there. Let's do a cold start. She ain't running for a while. Let's touch this motor. Nice and cold. Oh, she's ice cold. It's about 50 degrees out today. Been pumping that carburetor, messing around with that linkage, so she probably don't have much gas in the car, but we'll see how she does. Pull this choke out. Let's crank her. Make sure she's in neutral. Oh yeah. Here we go. Oh, she cold-blooded big block. I said the tack works. Little green light there. All right, to pull this choke to keep her running. Yeah, gotta turn this fan on. Woo! Oh yeah. A little bit of harmonic in the when she's cold and then it goes away. I think it's the alternator. She idles about a little over 800 RPMs. See if she'll run without this choke. There she is. Now she idled down a little bit. About 800. Oh yeah. Yeah, sure nice to have her running. Bad mamma jamma. Runs way better with that power valve in there. So there's a cold start for you boys. We'll shut her down. Kick this fan off. Yeah, you gotta like a cold starting on a big block. Alright guys, I appreciate you watching. Well, I'll take her out next time probably. We'll see. Alright, have a good one guys. Appreciate you.